gonna backtrack. And you should have kept my name out your mouth. Ask me though how it all turned out. When you try to use my name for clout, keep on going, give me something you can talk about.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing this fine Friday, October 17th, 1:35 p.m. my time? I'm doing fine and just been having a lot of things to do. I finally got my nails done. So, we're not going to talk about how bad that needed to happen for the last, girl, at least week. So there's that. Okay. What else? The point and shoot, not the point and shoot, excuse me. I was looking at the top of my note. We got a new lawsuit. That's where I want to lead off with. But the No Jumper show, the No Jumper cast and all of them, they not having a good week over there. Most of them, they not having a good week. And truly, I mean, the downfall of No Jumper did start back whenever Adam took it upon himself to interview Lima, my ops at the time, Lima. She's not my ops anymore because I've just so utterly and thoroughly annihilated her in court so many times that it's like I can't even consider her to be my op. It's like I'm starting to feel sorry for her how many times she's done lost against me with her pathetic little attempts. But listen. Speaking of lawsuits that are not pathetic attempts, we do have a new lawsuit in the No Jumper universe, and it is not exactly against No Jump or anything like that. That's why I said we're in the universe. Point and Shoot, my cousin over there at the Point and Shoot channel. Now, he has a lot going on right now. He has started a new channel. It's already up to 16,000 subscribers. I thought we could have got him to 20,000 subscribers by Monday that already passed, but soon enough. His first video that he posted up on there does have over, I think it's almost 200,000 views. Probably got more than that in the back end. And shout out to the cousins in the chat. I think I saw, oh my God, he's here. Oh my gosh, we're here. Point and Shoot is here. So that's what we're talking about right now. This is the lawsuit. Shout out to my cousin, Tufstino. So I don't know how long this live going to be today, but I thought maybe if I feel like it, we could go down memory lane and I could remind some of y'all where the whole lore, like beef between me and No Jumper at all started, all the way back in Lima Land, the bridge incident. Remember that? I don't know if we'll get to it today or not because there's like actual like stuff I want to talk about. But look, listen, I had full intentions of coming over here and reading that lawsuit, but let me show y'all. Who I'm talking about. Y'all already know my cousin over here, Point and Shoot. But this is new channel. It's called Point and Shoot Forever. And the reason I got to make a new channel is because his channel keeps getting, in my opinion, fraudulently copyright struck. They copyright striking his channel. And I think it's been like 9 over the past like year or something like that. So he does argue against them and then, the strikes get removed. But right now he has 2. So he started a new channel. Well, speaking of those aggravating and annoying copyright strikes, and I don't want to get into too many details because I don't want to steal the thunder. I want to read the lawsuit to y'all. So this is his channel. But look, when you go over here to the, let me make sure his address ain't going to show or anything like that. When you go over to the Pacer, it does. Okay, so it's his lawyer's address that they have up here. Okay, so this is the front page of that lawsuit. And as you can see, a lawsuit has been filed. Michael Winters is his name, against this guy, Troy Torain or whatever. And basically, what happened was this guy, Troy, he did a copyright strike on Point and Shoot's channel, or a few, but like one in particular he did, and it was like belonged to somebody else. The picture didn't even belong to him. And Point and Shoot was like, look, like remove the strike, we can handle this the right way or whatever, like he basically like gave this Troy guy like time to notice time. He's been saying it for weeks. I'm going to file a lawsuit. So now the lawsuit has not been filed, but I don't really know like any beyond like the things that have been said publicly, any details. And look, it says the proceedings for the case are not available. Now, I think the lawsuit must have been filed recently. I have been checking every single day, many times a day, because he keeps saying, I'm going to file a lawsuit. I'm going to file a lawsuit. And so it has happened. However, I do not have the lawsuit because it says that the documents are not available. Now, usually, I've seen this a couple times before in my research. Usually that means when it says proceedings are not available and it was like a recently filed case, it's just because they haven't uploaded it there yet. So when they update this pacer to having the public documents available, I will be the first one to log on. Okay, I'll be the first one logging on and going live whenever it is, unless it's past my bedtime, which is lately about 9 o'clock. I try to come into my cousin Tufstino's live streams, but you are such a night owl. I cannot stay awake that late. I was up this morning at 4 o'clock. I was taking Sanskrit lessons at 6 a.m. Okay, I can't stay up till 9:30, and that is because of me. That is a me problem. That is a me problem. Okay, so what was I? So speaking of point and shoot, okay, speaking of point and shoot, we're still on that subject because we have a lot to talk about. There's another video I wanted to bring to y'all's attention. Let me get my little pedestal. Hold on. There is another video I wanted to bring to your attention. But I want to show y'all one thing. Hold on. Y'all are gonna love that. Or maybe y'all are gonna hate. I didn't realize like how much overlap of audience I had with the Hassan Piker crowd. I think some of y'all might be upset with me on my video that's finna come out, but you know what? I'm just so sorry. I don't want you to be upset with me. That's not what I'm going on my way to do. But I'm on a mission, from the Lord. So I'm just gonna have to say what needs to be said, in my opinion, and I'm just gonna have to say what needs to be said. All right. What was I looking at? Oh yeah, Tufstino. So some of y'all were asking about the Tufstino housewarming registry. And I want y'all to know, like, the reason, like, what, like, it might seem weird that I'm like pushing this registry or something to some of y'all. It doesn't seem weird to me. But Tufstino, the reason that I even found out about his existence is because he was commenting on the Nova situation, or on my video on the Nova situation. And he was standing up for little girls. He was like being very girl dad. And I'm like, very like a big fan of that. And like ever since then, that was kind of the starting point. But ever since then, we met some new cousins and all that. Well, he's recently moved to a new home with his family and his kids, or he's got a baby or whatever. And so I just think, one of the best things, one of the most important things in our whole entire world is like supporting people that are trying to like, take responsibility and take care of their families, especially when it's my cousin. You know what I mean? I gotta support my cousin. So I'm like, make a housewarming registry, because when I moved from Boston to Philly, I was like broke. And I mean, I'm not saying nobody's broke. Okay. It's just like nice to give people like a housewarming gift. Okay. It's not just broke. That's not what I'm saying. I'm remembering like, just like, I didn't already have a lot of money starting out. Like I was broke, and I had to move across states, and it was just so expensive. And then so by the time it was like getting into my apartment, like there was so much little stuff I needed. You don't even think about this stuff you need. And I had made a housewarming, like apartment warming, whatever registry, and I posted it for my friends, and they bought all kind of stuff off that thing. And it's the same thing, right? Like we're helping like people out. It's like everybody knows what it feels like to move somewhere new, and you have to move somewhere, and it's, I don't know. I just want to like encourage my cousin and get him some stuff off his registry. So the registry has been shared. So y'all can go over there. He's got it posted on his posts. I can also copy it and put it in the, if y'all want to put, it's not, I mean, it's just like normal, it's just like normal cute stuff, but like I just have been helped in this way before. And I'm not saying in any way like Tufstino needs help, but like it's nice to feel supported by a community when you're in a new home, in a new place. And I just want to support and encourage him to live his girl dad life over there. Okay. So that's really that's why I care. That's why I'm like, oh, let's give him some housewarming stuff. Cause like it's a family, and why not? That's our cousin. Why not? I love it. Okay. So the registry is made. So y'all can, I put it in the chat. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about, back to point and shoot. I want to show y'all this video. So this is on his main channel, I think. No. I was on the right one first. Okay. So it's on his new channel, Point and Shoot Forever. Please, no Christmas gifts. No Christmas gifts. My Christmas gift is the memories we made along the way. Okay. So listen. Yes, exactly. I'm paying it forward because people have helped me a lot, and people still every day. Every day I get help. I get support. I should say support, because like help is like just like feeling supported, like, and uplifted and encouraged and all that. And I have been, and y'all do, and we should all, exactly, family. Exactly. So that's where that's coming from. If like I don't get any kickbacks from the Amazon list or anything like that. It's just a personal, something I wanted to do for my own reasons I just told y'all. Okay. So point and shoot forever. Here's where we are. And there have been some pretty heinous allegations, if serious, pretty terrible allegations made against Adam 16, Gray Mason. Now, everybody and their mama in this universe, and their daddy, and their uncle, and their cousins have already done kind of like made videos on this video. It's kind of like old news by now. I understand, I know, but like it's gonna give us a jumping off point. This was 6 days ago. Look, this is the brand new channel, first video on the new channel. 192,000 views. Y'all know Adam is mad. The Cajuns say, he got a case of the red ass. I was on the phone last night. I called my pawpaw. Also, some of y'all didn't know a pawpaw is a grandfather. I posted a picture of me and my pawpaw. I should have said what that is, because people are like, he taught you so well. His memory and his spirit is with you and stuff. I'm like, no, that's my grandpa, and he is alive and well, doing shenanigans right over there in Port Allen. He is not. That man's gonna live to be 200 years old. I feel he is. Nope, he's alive and well. He's doing just fine, and that's my grandpa. But anyway, I was talking to him last night. And I realized, like, I don't really use, like, really any Cajun French words anymore. So I'm talking to him, I'm talking to my granny, and I'm like, oh, this would be a perfect opportunity to, like, preserve some Cajun French for the culture. And I'm like, I asked my granny, I'm like, Granny, there's this Cajun French word that I called him to tell him that I posted our picture. And I was calling him to be like, Papa, our picture has more than 1,000 likes on YouTube. And I was going to tell him about like the story and all that, because like, why not, or whatever. It gives me a reason to call over there and check in or whatever. But then plus, like, some of y'all made me feel kind of sad. Like, he's going to be dead one day. I need to call him. Like, y'all were all acting like he was already dead. Y'all were like, he's looking down on you in spirit. I'm like, he's looking down on me. He probably is. Anyway, I don't even know why I started that story, but I called him over there and I told him about it, and he was very the case of the red ass. That's why I said that. So I'm going to start incorporating more Cajun French terminology, although I'm not going to refer to myself as what Cajuns refer to ourselves as, because for some reason that's considered to be a slur over here, and it'll get your video took down. I don't know why. That's what we refer to ourselves as. That's what it's called. That's what it is. I don't know, but apparently we can't say that over here. So that's fine. I won't. No problems. Other than that, I feel like, for the culture, I need to start incorporating some Cajun French words into my videos, because if you don't use it, you lose it. And I had forgotten what's the traka. Put a 1 in the chat if you know what's the traka. Okay, traka. I'll tell y'all at the end if you stay. If you stay to the end, remind me what's the traka. I'll tell y'all what my granny and my papa. They reminded me last night. I remembered. Okay. So anyway, all right. So let me get my little pedestal. Ah! Oh my God. Girl, this is why I can't have nice things. I need a sound engineer.
Sure.
Ah!
Here's some
Hey,
music
Siri,
tip just
stop.
for you.
Hey Siri, stop. Oh my God, UMG's trying to copyright strike. Hey Siri, stop. What song is this? What song? Now I'm curious what song Siri picked for me. Hold on. Let me see what song it is. Okay, it stopped. Okay. I rebuke, and nevertheless, whatever that is. I don't know. Sometimes I get to talking about my dad and electronics start playing random songs. Anybody else that happens to? You get to talking about somebody that died and they start messing, and something starts happening inexplicable with electronics. That one probably was because I'm clumsy, though. I won't blame that one on my dad. All right. So There's been some pretty vivid allegations made in this video right here. Adam 16's ex-best friend is leaking his text messages, and it's bad. So that's what I'm trying to say right here. It's got 8.7 thousand likes. I think y'all could get the likes up. 192,000 views posted 6 days ago. It's the first video on the channel. You know, Adam Gray Mason got the case at a red ass. That means he's pissed. That means he's mad. I don't exactly know the etymology. Probably don't want to know. Probably don't want to think about it, but I'm bringing back the Cajun French. Okay, we're bringing it back. Well, that's not French. That's just, a South Louisiana got a case of the red ass. Okay, anyway, so he's mad. They mad because the whole thing was they were trying to get Point and Shoot's channel taken down. Okay, that's what I believe. I believe they were doing anything within their power, anything within and without of their power, and they were maybe calling on the Souls of Africa book or something else. I don't know what they were doing over there. They wanted this channel taken down so bad, and he makes another one. Boom, first video, almost 200,000 views within a week. Oops. Now what? Now there's 2 channels. Now what? Now there's 2. Dang. Golly. All right, I'm going to go. Let's start off at 1.25. Eventually, I'm going to speed it up to 1.5. There's a few things. There's a few things in here that I wanted to point out. Let me see. What do I have on my notes? Yeah. Okay. The copyright strike stuff, which loops back into the lawsuit. Because it has this Troy guy trying to have an ex-friend swatted, allegedly. A few responses and inside information from the people who responded, which is now public information, but it would have been before before they made it public. Then I got the Lima lore, and then okay, so that's all for this video. Okay, so those are the things I wanted to make sure we covered from this video. It's only 16 minutes long, and I don't know if we're gonna watch the whole thing. Half of y'all probably already saw this anyway.
All right, so for this video,
oh wait, hold on. I got the wrong speaker on after the fiasco I just had. Don't do it again.
Situation involving the New Hampshire cuck and his former best friend who
Okay.
is now leaking their old text messages.
All right.
And these text messages are extremely
Here we go.
disgusting.
Adam's ex-best friend is leaking.
All right, so for
his
this
text
video,
messages.
I want to talk to you guys about this crazy situation involving the New Hampshire cuck and his former best friend who is now leaking their old text messages. And these text messages are extremely disgusting and incriminating, and the 16 does not want anyone to see them. He wants to suppress them. He wants to bury them, never to be seen again. But unfortunately for him, that ain't going to happen because I'm putting them on full blast in this video today.
Who said Kaya, please? Kaya, please. Kaya, please. I'm going to start calling the Siri Kaya. Kaya, please. Please.
He's going to be very upset about me doing this. And that's just going to make it so satisfying. But full disclosure, these are screenshots being leaked by a dangerous internet troll. An internet troll who has been described as a neo-Nazi troll enforcer by many people in the No Jumper universe. He is a very twisted guy. So I just want to point that out because these text messages might be doctored up.
I love a disclaimer. I don't know this man. I never heard of this man in my life. Apparently he's politically untoward, might be racist or something else too. I mean, I don't know this man from Adam, this wee starving, but I mean, it doesn't surprise me that somebody like that would be Adam Gray Mason's ex-best friend or best friend. It doesn't surprise. I'm not surprised to hear something like that by any means. I believe it. But like, this sort of like seedy character, this person who's, take it with a grain of salt, the credibility basically is the point. Like, who knows if these could be photoshopped? We don't know if these are real, if they're fake, whatever. I don't know. This is stuff got leaked online, could be fake. And they have their own beef. The motive is there. So I'm not saying they're real. I don't know. But my cousin over there at Point and Shoot, he thinks they're real.
Photoshopped or whatever, but I don't think so. I think these are 100% real. And so I'm going to be providing the evidence that supports my opinion in this video, but I want to start here because this tells the story of what's been going on. So the 16 has been sending people copyright strikes on Instagram.
Okay.
Anyone that makes any sort of Instagram post that uses his content to criticize him, he sends copyright strikes to. And We Starvin says that the 16 deleted his...
Anybody that makes critical Instagram posts or commentary using Adam 1622 Grand Mason of Nashua's supposed alleged content, he's been getting them taken down from Instagram. That's what's being reported here. Okay. So We Starvin, I think, is one of the unsuspecting victims of such a thing. So he's pissed. The Instagram got taken down or whatever, something got taken down, and he's mad. Okay. So that's where we are.
Instagram with copyright strikes to hide the DMs in that Instagram
Adam admits
profile. He
they're
wanted to
real.
get rid of it
Okay.
because those DMs held a secret.
They're
And
real
that secret is
DMs.
that the 16
apparently since the making of this video 6 days ago, yes, definitely a lot has happened. But one of the things that has happened is Adam apparently has conceded that these are real text messages. Okay, got it. DMs.
according to this troll, who I believe, by the way, he apparently tried to get this troll to swat AD for his old co-host that he no longer is friends with. He tried to get apparently tried to get AD's house swatted for fun. What? And I want to just.
Isn't that a crime? I don't know. I mean, Adam 16, 22 Grand Mason of Nashville has come out and said he was just joking. That was just a joke. He was just joking. It was a swatting joke. Just a joke.
Look at this. This is according to We Starving. It says Adam nuked at We Starving because on April 28th, 2024 at 6:56 p.m. he asked me to swat Armand through IGDM. So that's a fucking pretty much. So the 16, it sounds like, is at.
So if an Instagram account gets taken down because copyright, I don't think that precludes it from being taken, information being gathered by the feds. Okay. So I think if somebody wanted, like AD, for example, wanted to pursue, like some type of action or something. I mean, look, listen, I'll just say this. I'll say this. All right. I'll say this. Let me put it this way. If you took AD's name out of here and replaced it with mine and they were talking about me, I would be definitely working with authorities to see if that actually happened. And if so, then I would be most certainly getting a restraining order. I might even be, I don't know. I'm not really trying to be in any lawsuits or whatever right now, but who knows? Who knows? I might be needing a subpoena. I might be talking to plaintiffs' lawyers right now. But that being said, you never really know how things are going to go, especially because the source, you got to consider the source. And who's the source? This guy that everyone agrees, isn't particularly credible. But what he's saying is Adam Grand Mason had his Instagram taken down. He's calling it nuked because, and he did it with a copyright strike. And he's saying the reason is because he asked me to swat somebody on Instagram, on the DMs, and he didn't want me to be able to have that proof. So he got rid of my account. That's what's being alleged here. And again, take with a grain of salt. We don't know this source. And that's likely, what a lawyer would say. Like, you need to be able to prove something, Well, apparently this guy, though, that's the thing. Like, I'm saying all this as we go because I do have to make the disclaimers, but apparently this guy has shared these text messages with people in the know and have shared the text messages with people who are saying that the text messages the DMs are real, and he has screenshots of them anyway and stuff like that. So, and like I said, y'all, this is chaos. This is chaos and this is drama, and we haven't even gotten to the copyright strike scandal fiasco of 2024 and 2025 yet.
People to commit felonies on his behalf. That's very serious. And I think it's very true. And I think everyone so AD responded to this, and AD used to be very close friends with the 16. And I think AD knows what the 16 is capable of because of the conversations held off camera. I think AD understands fully that this is probably real. And so AD responded, and this is what AD said. He said, "Don't play with my household and kids, and I won't play with yours, Adam 16, because I got some shit that'll make your stomach turn with your family. Keep it content or let's let it fly." What?
Okay. So in case you missed it, this is the guy, AD. This is the guy that was so it came out. This is the guy Adam allegedly was trying to have swatted. And he was a co-host of Adam's. Like, they did have a falling out or whatever, but like, this is someone he knew in real life, in person, like not just online. And he tried to have AD swatted. So this AD right here, and he's like, "Oh, no, you wanted to swat me so that the cops could come and put my life and my kid's life in danger, my family's life in danger. Okay, how about you keep that to yourself and don't do stuff like that, because I, quote, got some that would make your stomach turn with your family." So I'm like, is this just bad grammar? Or is it something Adam doesn't already know? Because he's saying that will make your stomach turn with your family. See how it says your twice? So I mean, I can only assume he's talking to Adam 22 Grand Mason, but maybe he's just saying would make our stomachs turn, because I listen, if we're working on a threshold of like what would make my stomach turn, I can't even watch like the WAP music video. Okay, that's how like I start getting sick. I don't want to see that. That is too much BBL juice flopping about. Why is my mom calling me? Don't you see I'm live, girl? Please, Kaya. Please. Such a baby. Bzz. Anyway, listen. If we're talking about the threshold of what would make Adam 2216 Grand Mason's stomach turn, we're operating in a whole different. I mean, I think it would necessarily have to be criminal. I mean, I don't know. Again, it could be bad grammar. I really have no idea. But who's the "your" in the sentence? You know what I mean? In any event, listen to my cousin Point and Shoot's reaction whenever he read that. It's very funny.
Probably real. And so AD responded, and this is what AD said. He said, "Don't play with my household and kids, and I won't play with yours, Adam 16, because I got some shit that'll make your stomach turn with your family. Keep it content or let's let it fly." What? And I'm seeing this and I'm going, please let it fly. My whole body is just pulsating and just vibrating with excitement when I'm reading this. I'm like, oh my God, please let it fly. So, and this is a message to you, AD. If you have information that we deserve to know about and you're just for whatever reason withholding it from us and not telling us this important information, then you're my enemy. What? So I just wanted to show people this. This isn't leaked text messages. This is just an exchange that I found to be disturbing. And I determined that it was extremely important for people to know about. So I just want to start with that. But now I want to show you guys some of these alleged leaked texts, because if they're true, it proves that the 16 is actually obsessed with me.
He's obsessed. Okay. So he is absolutely obsessed with my cousin over there on Point and Shoot. I want to get to the next example. Oh my God. This is so funny. I would be remiss not to let the crane repeat. Oh my God, the crane. When he says the crane.
At roast, that's on my Instagram right now, where I roasted Jala.
Frederick Jala is my real name.
And during the roast, I made some comments about prescription pants and some other stuff. Pinstripe cargo slacks. What? That's insane. These are prescription only. These pants. These are prescribed by a doctor, a bariatric doctor, a doctor who deals with a lot of fat people. And he's got look at these. These are the Minyango Airs. What?
That part.
Really, really disrespectful to have this. And he's got his butt crack out. You know, his butt crack runs all the way up to his shoulder blades. So you know that his butt crack is fully exposed to this couch. These blankets that you're seeing, this blanket that he's sitting on, that's not by mistake. They put those on there because of Jala's crack. And you can see Lush, he's like, I'm not trying to sit on fucking Jala's disgusting tarps. What? These are Jala tarps. So he's like, nah, fool, I ain't sitting on that shit. I know.
The only person on YouTube who is better at impressions than me is my cousin over there at Point and Shoot. That is the best impression. I can't even, you feel me? I can't even do the impression of Lush. And I am good at impression. He's got the Lush so down. Anyway, let's get to the crane.
On that motherfucker on Westlows, homie. And so Jala's fully extended. He looks like he's doing the crane. So I make the comment during this analysis about these prescription pants, which isn't a joke in any way. This is just because people thought this was funny doesn't mean it's a joke. This is real. Do these look like over-the-counter pants to you? What? These are definitely prescription. And so I make the comment and people thought it.
What does it even mean? Prescription pants. It just sounds funny. Those look like over the counter.
They were posting it in the Reddit, and they were sending super chats over and over again about the prescription pants.
Dr. Umar wrote the scripts for Flacco's prescription pants.
No.
Yo,
prescription pants? Oh my God,
listen,
that's crazy.
No, bro, listen, yo, like,
they're
listen,
tight.
yo.
They're tight.
I have the most unique takes.
Now, I want to just say here that all Reddit posts that reference Point and Shoot get deleted from the Reddit because of, the 16 thinks he's hiding me from his audience, which is idiotic because everyone knows about me at this point. It's just.
This part where Adam, and this is why I'm like, hold on, we might need to get into some lore, because this is exactly one of my first issues with Adam in the very beginning as well, is that he was on his channel talking so much about me and allowing my ops to sit on his channel and lie about me, making up fake and false stories about me to his millions of subscribers who had access to subscribe to the time the video that the video was posted. And they went through like, it was almost a 2-hour thing and they didn't even mention my name once. He said women like me need to be locked up. He'd called me a lunatic, a crazy person. He called me other people's names. He said I was Alex Jones, Trump tactics, him and his friend Lima over there. She was sitting over there with her titties squished together with a no jumper shirt. And she was acting like I was saying all kinds of stuff I never said in my life. Never would I say in my life. But he just refused to say my name. It was like nobody was saying my name. Because they knew if they did, people would Google or they would go to my channel and they would find out what really happened. They would hear the other side of the story. So they were like, no, we cannot put the publicity over there. But that was when his fall off started. It was like a month or two after he did that, he lost his Instagram monetization or YouTube monetization. It was one L after another L. There was a big falling out with the cast, it just started. He was like, actually, like people don't even remember because he's been falling off for 3 years. Adam and No Jumper used to be like somewhat respectable, at least within some circles, as far as like a legitimate hip hop podcast, like interviewing like up and coming rappers and underground like rapper, like SoundCloud, like people who weren't signed into labels yet. Adam even had a record label imprint from Atlantic Records for like a year or something until these allegations came out and he's gained the nickname Adam 16. So, I mean, he was letting people go over there and lie on me. And now ever since then, it's really just been a downward spiral. And can we please just pay a little bit of homage to when the budget at No Jumper was a little bit better and they could afford a large enough rug for the space? I mean, first of all, aesthetically, the new gray rug in some ways looks better, but in some ways it's really making them. The orange like did add a little bit of something interesting as far as the color. It also contrasted with those blue lights, those purplish indigo violet lights in the corner, which are on the different sides of the color wheel. So this is a good, what you call contrast. It's a visually and aesthetically pleasing. Humans like visual contrast. And so we do have somewhat visual contrast with some of the colors now, but now it's just this little gray, tiny, like basically like an entryway, like a welcome mat size rug. I mean, it's like a little bigger than that, but this used to go under the couch. This is how a rug is supposed to be. And I'm saying this because I know they watch my channel and I have reason to believe they take my interior design and my interior decorating and my decor suggestions into account, because the last time I was complaining about the half a perk rug, it didn't survive till the next episode. So this is the half a perk rug. And the reason I call it a half a perk rug is because of point and shoot. It was one of his jokes. He said one day, and he watches these people, he keeps on their neck. Thank God somebody's got to do it. He's doing the work of the people. He's doing the Lord's work. But there was like a fiasco. There was a scandal, we'll say, with a Percocet that somebody, Adam was like, I'm going to go on a perk journey. And I'm just thinking like, he's kind of like an employer, or at least like a person who is in charge of like administering independent contracts with these. I don't know what their employment agreements look like, but all I could think about is the liability. You know what I mean? Like law school really gets you good with that one. I'm just like, imagine I'm sitting there going, I've never been on a perk journey once in my life. I've never been on a perk journey in my life. I don't even know what that means. Okay. But Adam's like, I'm going to go on the perk journey. I got a half a perk, and then the other half of the perk went missing. Apparently it was found in the middle of where was it found? I don't even know. But basically he point and shoot. He went off about this half a perk. It was so funny. I was laughing. I think I pulled a muscle in my neck laughing at that one. It was so funny. And so now every time I look at the rug itself, I just imagine so much half a perks have been dropped down there. And half a perk is really like just a fill-in for whatever. They probably spilled so much stuff anyway. So a moment of silence for the previous rug, the half a perk rug that used to be big enough. At least it was big enough. The color was at least provided some contrast. Now it's just gray. It's like, hold on, minimalism is dead. That's over. We're not doing that anymore. That's over. We're moving into maximalism. What are you doing? What are you doing with the all whitewashed? Have y'all noticed? All the whitewashed backgrounds of the YouTube and that stark white is kind of going away. Like that's kind of like not in trend anymore. And now people have colors in their background. So Adam is going exactly the opposite way. He's gray washing the set, or whoever is responsible for, set design decisions. It's too small, the little gray rug now. But anyway, all right.
Unique takes.
Now, I want to just say here that all Reddit posts that reference point and shoot get deleted from the Reddit because of, the 16 thinks he's hiding me from his audience. which is idiotic because everyone knows about me at this point. It's just completely stupid to try to suppress me. It makes him look even goofier than he already is.
It
but
does.
to suppress me and delete any references to me and make sure no one talks about me on No Jumper, but then turn around and steal my material, that's a
Put a 1 in the chat if you know that pain from the BAM subreddit. It's exactly the same. And that's how it was over there at the No Jumper too. They do let them say a few things about me here and there over there. Like I get some love at the No Jumper Reddit, but for the most part, like if it's anything about Adam, it gets deleted from my memory. I mean, this has been years. I don't go over there. I have like truly like no desire to be infested or possessed with any of the demons or any of the diseases that are lurking in that Reddit. I don't want it to jump through my screen just in case. I just don't go over there.
violation. Look at this.
Dudes, we got to get some fat dudes. We got to get some skinny dudes. We got to get
I
some.
got a fat boy. You trying to replace Flacco?
Shit, if we find somebody fat enough.
Double zeros.
Prescription pants.
I feel like there's, and this is really egregious because it's not just one instance.
Monica said, not me sitting in my whitewashed home. I'm not talking about a home you live in. I'm talking about a podcast set. Like the whole point is for this to be on camera. Whitewashing your home is fine. I ain't got not one picture hanging in my bedroom. I don't have nothing in there. It's very plain. I'm not talking about a living environment. I'm talking about you got a podcast with 5 million subscribers and they look every day at this room or every however many days, right? And yeah, no, he's terrible. But do y'all see him stealing my cousin's joke? He said prescription pants. Look at this one.
Dudes, we got to get some skinny dudes.
Is that Tania? That's Tania. Is that Tania? Or is her first cousin? Because that looks just like Tania to me. With them counterfeit Chanel earrings. Like if you're going to get I don't know, girl, she might have got that. She might have paid the $3,000 for those earrings somewhere, but it looks like 3D printed counterfeit. If you're going to get counterfeit designer, like get something that's not dripping blood. What the hell? I don't get it.
Replace Flacco?
Shit, if we find somebody fat enough.
Double zeros.
Prescription pants.
I feel like there's, and this is really egregious because
it was
it's not
like
just
a Tourette's
one instance.
or like a tick. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I don't know, but no, 420.com. Y'all are going to have to pay me if you want to advertise over here. And you can't actually, please. Nobody reach out to me. Anyway, it is her, they saying. It looked like a 3D print. I mean, like, I'm not going to make fun of anybody wearing a little fake designer if it looks real. Like, if it looks real, then you won. You know what I mean? Who wants to pay $7,000 for a purse when you can pay $150? But if it looks real, you're not going to hear me complaining. That's not the hill I'm dying on. But or like when you'll see like a little baby with like a Balenciaga shirt or like, you know, Gucci. It's like you paid $345 for that shirt. No, you didn't. No, I just know you didn't. So like, it's just, I don't believe it. I don't believe you paid $345 for the baby shirt. If you did, you need a brain scan or you got too much money. I don't know. I have no idea. Yes, I've looked in the mirror and I am so cute. I am so cute. I am God's favorite. And the mirror thanked me for looking in it. So I have looked in the mirror. Anyway. So I'm not in any way. I actually think the designer stuff is way overpriced and it's stupid to pay that much money for that stuff. Like it would be actually very stupid to pay thousands of dollars for a pair of plastic earrings. Like it's way smarter in every way to not pay thousands of dollars for plastic earrings. But that being said, like there's cool and cute stuff that you could buy for the same amount of money that doesn't look like fake Chanel plastic earrings. I mean, I'm just saying, can I be honest or no? I guess I can't be honest. Okay. All right. I'll go back to not being honest then. Just kidding. I won't do that. Get off my channel. Bye. Listen to Adam stealing this joke.
Recycling my stuff also, and he can't think of anything. Look at him trying to think of something to say, something funny, something that'll get the chat going. And he's looking around, he's brainstorming. He can't come up with anything, so he steals mine.
You see that? That's not part of my job. Prescription pants.
As of yet. And it doesn't stop there. He's also saying things like Jala.
Jala is my real
name. Look at this.
Is that too much to ask? Surviving poetic Jala is funny as
do I sound?
Our gay friend. Jala.
So he's saying what I say. He's doing what I do. He's trying to figure out how to become something.
He's a joke stealer or what?
me. He really admires me, this cuck.
Win, lose, or draw.
Win, lose, or draw, Lush. Besides my last name, meet me outside.
Think about my name.
Oh my God. How dare you talk bad about the Jalas?
That's ridiculous.
I'm just saying.
41
like
years
a
old, by the
tick,
way.
like, he
Look at this.
can't help
Look at
it.
this hat. Look at the beard. He's dyed his beard jet black, his eyebrows, his hair jet black. This is a counterfeit scalp. He's legally bald, as we all know. He went to Turkey and got another hair transplant, which he's going to need another hair transplant very
Why did he
soon.
say
Look at his fucking
counterfeit
beard. He doesn't. He
scalp?
thinks that this looks good. He thinks that this looks. Even his wife is like, "Don't do this anymore," and he still does it. This is because something's wrong with him. He did this to himself, looked at himself in the mirror, and then left his house and went in public and was, proud of the way he looked. This is This is Brendan Schaub level delusion. He doesn't even look like a real person. He looks like he's dressed up as something, like he's doing an SNL sketch or something. You know what I mean? Look at this. Something's got to be wrong with this.
It does
cuck.
kind
He
of look
thinks he-
like that. Okay, wait. I want to make sure I get the right soundbite. Let me search the transcript real quick. Hold on. All the most unique takes come from me. He's hiding me from his audience. Everyone knows about me. It's completely super depressing. There's like what is it? I don't exactly remember. Hold on. Oh man, I don't know which thing it is. Okay. So so those were like that. Okay. And then also there's the Troy copyright thing. So let me pull that up. Oh, I skipped it on that. Oh no, I didn't skip it yet. Okay. So we're going to move forward about 4 minutes. All right, we'll go here. This is like the 10-minute mark. Look how deranged he looks.
That needs raising. So I just wanted to throw that in there because I happen to think that the 16 is an absentee father and just a very bad father in general. And I feel sorry for his daughter. Okay. So let's go to this next little leak text message that I want to show you. This was posted to my Instagram story before, but I want to show you guys here on YouTube. This appears real to me.
Look at
and
this.
It lines up perfectly with the events. December 5th was the day that I got my first copyright strike. What? So how would we starve and know that? I mean, if he went and found that out somehow, then bravo. This is an amazing forgery, but I think this is real. And again, it sounds like the 16th. We striked mad point and shoot content yesterday, and one of them already got taken down. That sounds just like him. I'm sorry. And so I think that there's a conspiracy that's been going on for the last year where I think that Troy Terrain, the 16 of Nashua, Jala the Hutt, and secretly gay Josh have been conspiring against me to try to hurt my channel, to try to get my channel taken down. And I got a big problem with that, and it's never going to happen.
Do you see this purported screenshot of a DM? It's Adam Grand Mason allegedly, apparently saying we striked mad point and shoot content yesterday. And and one of them already got taken down. Is this Adam admitting that he was doing it to get point and shoot taken down off the internet? I don't know. Hold on. I need to do something because I just realized there are troglodytes in my comments in the Queen's Court. So I need to address that real quick. I gotta block some people real quick. It's like Adam Grand Mason apologists or something. Like, okay, if you're taking up for Adam, you're telling me everything I need to know. Thank you. Blocked. Hold on. Oh, they're about to get so mad. Oh, y'all are about to be so mad. Oh my gosh. Y'all see, this is why I have to put it like this, because y'all think it's a free-for-all because this is the first live in a while. I haven't this is the first live in a while that I haven't set this up beforehand, and y'all are reminding me why I have to do it. Okay, here you go. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Okay. So, basically, this is kind of starting to lend to the theory that this guy Troy, who is getting sued now by Point and Shoot, may have actually been working with Adam 2216 Grand Mason to do that. Maybe.
Point and shoot forever. So so this looks 100% real, and I wanted this to be in the record so that it can be easily referenced in the future if I decide to take further legal action against, because I got a lawsuit dropping next week, guys. I'm very serious. I wouldn't lie to you. I wouldn't say I'm suing someone unless I was suing them. It's happening. It's going to be, people are getting sued, but it's only because I'm defending my own self. I would never go out and sue someone just because of, whatever. I have no choice but to sue. So it's point and sue, motherfuckers. What? So I just wanted to point that out. But this next leak is really interesting. Look at this one. This one here says, Bootleg Kev told me that the radio station that Brownbag are on is considering giving FMW a radio show. So this is pretty. So let me explain what this is. So Bootleg Kev, as we all know, is like the #1 hip hop interviewer guy on the West Coast. And of course, what I mean by that is Bootleg Kev gets all the A-list celebrity hip hop performers and stars that the 16 could never get. And the 16 is very jealous of Bootleg Kev. He hates Bootleg Kev. He looks at Bootleg Kev as a little ass bitch that should not even be in the game. But for some reason, Bootleg Kev has this allegiance to the 16. He has this like a loyalty to the 16 of Nashua. It's really bizarre. And so what we're looking at here is it looks like the 16 is giving this information to We Starvin that was given to him by Bootleg Kev in confidence. And it looks like Bootleg Kev is pretty much giving information.
So basically, so just to put that last part in summation, like if you don't know how all these people are, the point is these leaks are now starting to expose that, like, all this drama of stuff that, like, basically, like, in the group chat, in the DMs, them getting leaked is starting to make Adam look really bad. And also it's starting to drag other people into it, like other podcasters, other radio hosts and things like that are also catching strays from these leaked messages. And it's starting to come out that Adam and this Bootleg Kev guy actually might have been talking crap, talking, about somebody else, pocket watching somebody else. Hey, did so-and-so get the radio deal or whatever? And then Adam goes and tells somebody else, and they're all gossiping like ladies at the beauty shop. And now the texts are getting leaked. Okay. So basically the point of me showing y'all that video, the point of me bringing that video up was, fourfold. One is to bring in, like, how Adam was like, Troy told us how to, get the copyright strikes removed, whatever. Like, basically, it kind of looks like, again, I don't know if these text message, DM, whatever, these leaked things are all real or not. Adam seems to have come out and, he hasn't denied that they're real. So he has addressed the situation. That's not even really what I wanted this video today to be about. I just wanted to cover it because it's one of the things, briefly that, it's not the main point of the video, but I wanted to briefly mention it. And then the whole thing about how he won't mention Point and Shoot's name, but he'll steal his jokes or borrow his jokes, I'll say, and everything else, but he won't say his name. And try to get his channel removed and try to get his voice taken away from him, and all of that. So I wanted to point that out because if you've been following this channel for a few years, then you know that that's already happened to me over here. Okay. So since that video came out, the internet, at least that portion of it over there, busted wide open. It was a fiasco. It was a free-for-all for the past 6 days. I mean, everybody and their mom and their cousin and their uncle and their brother has responded to this, has replied to this, has reacted to this. And some people have even supplemented it with more information. Now, we would be here for the whole weekend if I were to like react and go through every single video. But there is one, and this is from a new person. I do not think I have reacted to this creators video before, and I'm not subscribed. I guess I'll hit them. I'll give them a subscribe. since I'm doing this video and I'm using his content. Shout out to him for that. But I'm just saying all this because I don't know who has beef with who and stuff. I just found this video and this one little timestamp, this one little clip I found to be very interesting. So let me pull that up. The name of the channel is ABP Reactions. Whoever that is. Okay, hold on. It was the first. Because it was about like somebody, okay, so that thing that AD said, he was like, I got some stuff's gonna turn your stomach or could turn your stomach, so leave my family out of this, leave my whatever out of this, right? So this is like one of those many reaction videos that came out to the point and shoot video we just watched. And this one has something in it. Yeah, okay, this part that kind of adds more credence, more credibility, and more details to that whole thing. So here we go. Today is Tufstino's birthday and he didn't even tell us. Happy birthday to, oh no, that's the wrong one. Happy birthday to you. It's Tino's birthday, my cousin's birthday to you. Okay, see, I can code switch, okay? Shout out to him. Happy birthday, Tufstino. I had to adjust. Okay. Seriously, y'all go over there. I wonder if he's gonna be. Hopefully, he's not going live on him. His birthday's on a Friday. He better be doing something fun. Okay, so this is the part of the video I wanted to get to. Okay, so listen to this. There's like one little comment I wanted y'all to hear from this video, and then we're gonna move to the next topic, which is Almighty Suspect.
16
case.
Apparently, according to this troll, who I believe, by the way, he apparently tried to get this troll to SWAT AD for his old co-host that he no longer is friends with. He tried to get AD's house swatted.
Nice. I'm not. Wait. Hold on. Pause. I did not say, oh, good about the house swatted. I was reading this comment from Nadia that said he's going to be going live with a bottle. Okay, that's what I said. Oh, good. Not the swatting. But we've seen this part. But wait, we're waiting for this one comment from ABP Reactions. Let me give that video a like too. Okay.
Now we had got this message this week. We had got this. AD got it first, and then he sent it to me. And I said, "What?" I saw the actual shit, the screenshot. AD got it directly from the source of who Adam was talking to.
He saw the
Directly
screenshot.
And I said, this nigga lost his motherfucking mind. This is the internet, so we ain't gonna talk.
So I'm no disrespect intent. I don't know this person's name. The channel name is ABP Reactions. Is saying he has seen the text message himself, the DM or whatever himself. The whole one about like trying to get AD swatted. Adam 1622 Grand Mason of Nashua was trying to get this guy right here swatted. His former co-host, his former worker or whatever at the No Jumper. Adam apparently last year tried to get him swatted in April. And then to cover it up, what's being alleged is that Adam then had somebody's whole entire Instagram account taken down because he was trying to cover up the evidence of him asking to have AD swatted. Now, all of this just came out and just starting to come out recently. And AD's like, listen, you want to have me swatted? Don't get me started because I can. And if you want to get me started, I'll start telling people stuff that'll make about your family, that'll make your stomach turn. Now, we still didn't get to the bottom of whose stomach's going to turn, but if Adam's would turn, mine would probably turn and I'll probably pass out and faint and call the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security or the CIA or something. I might call Mossad or something to ask him to do something even. I mean, seriously, if it would turn Adam's stomach, I mean, this might be of nuclear proportions. I don't think anything turns his stomach. I don't think he even has that what's it called? Impulse? What is it called? You know what I mean? Like ability? I don't know. I'm at a loss for words because I don't even want to think about what make his stomach turn. But Probably if it would make his turn, would make my turn. So there's some stomach turning information out here about Adam 16's family that AD apparently has access to. And the person whose video we are watching right now, this ABP Reactions, he said he has seen with his own eyes secondhand, because it got sent from the source. So I'm assuming We Starve and sent it to somebody who then showed it to AD probably, who then showed it to ABP Reactions. So he's saying he saw it. He's saying he can confirm it's real. And listen to the detail he provides, the context. He adds some more detail to it, just a little bit.
AD got it directly from the source of who Adam was talking to. Directly from the source.
AD
said,
got it. So yeah, okay.
Lost his motherfucking mind. This is the internet, so we ain't gonna talk. Let's just keep going.
For fun.
We ain't gonna say, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. You don't play with where niggas' kids lay their heads at, Adam.
Listen.
You don't play with where niggas where their kids lay their heads at, brother. I don't know how y'all play on that side, but we don't play that over here, brother.
And I want to just show you this.
I don't know what the on that side means, but I would just like to just in case in any way that was applying somehow to me. I don't know. I would never have someone swatted. No, that's criminal behaviors. If true, I think it needs to be investigated by the federal authorities. If Adam did that, if Adam really did that, that's criminal. And no, we don't do that either. If whoever's we, I'm not in the we. If whoever does that, I'm not in it.
This is according to We Starve. He says Adam nuked at We Starvin' because on April 28th, 2024 at 6:56 p.m., he asked me to swat Armand through IGDM. So that's a fucking pretty much. So the 16, it sounds like is asking people to commit.
It's not culture. It's not widely white culture to swat people. No. Now, maybe the people that are swatting are white, but that don't count. No, that's not all of us. No. And those people need to go to jail. If y'all need an affidavit, if y'all need me to go make a police report, I will do it. Okay. No, that's not my culture. No, that's criminal culture. That's what criminals do, is try to get people swatted. And no, that's not our culture. I'm not going to have Adam drag down everybody with his degeneracy. I mean, no. He stands alone. The cheese stands alone. Okay. No. I rebuke.
On his behalf.
He needs to go to jail.
That's very serious. And I think it's very true. And I think everyone who's, so AD responded to this, and AD used to be very close friends with the 16. And I think AD knows what the 16 is capable of because of the conversations held off camera. I think AD understands fully that this is probably real.
That makes sense.
And so AD
Wolf of Wall Street said, nah, because I think he means on the no jumper. Like, I don't know how y'all do it, because there was a big falling out. There was a huge falling out, and it happened after the Lima situation. I mean, I'm telling you, everything started falling apart for him. It completely fell. He's got to declare bankruptcy for no jumper or something soon. So, or already did or something. So that does make sense on your side, because there's been a split. There's now been a split. So that makes sense. Okay, good. Thank you for the clarification. We still haven't gotten to the comment I wanted y'all to hear from ABP Reactions, but it's good. It's good. I think I dare say it might be worth the wait. So just stand by.
And this is what AD said. He said, don't play with my household and kids, and I won't play with yours, Adam 16, because I got some shit that'll make your stomach turn with your family. Keep it content, or let's let it fly.
Oh, yeah. We got a big one. Adam, never forget.
Listen.
We got a big one. You remember what you wanted to do.
What's he talking about?
And the price you was willing to pay.
ABP.
And I'm seeing.
ABP, please. Please, I'm begging. I am begging. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Say it. I need to know. What? One more time. Listen, y'all. This is groundbreaking. Listen.
Adam, never forget. We got a big one.
What
you
is
remember
it?
What you wanted to do.
What did he want to do?
And the price you was willing to pay.
What was he willing to pay?
And I'm seeing this and I'm going, please.
We got a big one, nigga.
My whole body is just pulsating.
Mine too now.
Vibrating with excitement. When I'm reading this, I'm like, oh my God, please.
Curiosity.
So, and this is a message to you, AD. If you have information that we deserve to know about and you're just for whatever reason withholding it from us,
you got to tell us. I'm not going to go so far as to say you're my enemy. I reserve the right to change my mind on that. But you gotta tell, what do you mean? The public needs to know. The public needs to know, AD and ABP, please, somebody tell us. The public is begging. We need to know. Whoo, one more time, y'all. This is groundbreaking.
You remember what you wanted to do
What did he want to do?
and the price you was willing to pay.
What price?
And I'm seeing this and I'm going,
dying to know.
please
We got a
let it
big
fly.
one,
I'm just-
nigga.
my whole body is just pulsating and just vibrating with excitement when I'm reading this. I'm like, oh my God, please. So, and this is a message to you, AD. If you have information that we deserve to know about, and you're just for whatever reason withholding it from us and not telling us this important information, then you're my enemy.
What?
So I just wanted to show people this. This isn't leaked text messages. This is just an exchange that I found to be
I
disturbing.
understand that you're my enemy. Shout out Point and Shoot, bro.
And I determined that it was extremely important for people to know about.
That's
So
why I
just
said
wanna
I'm
start
not
with
going to go
that,
so far as to
but
say you're my enemy, but I do reserve the right to change my mind because Point and Shoot said that. Okay, y'all. So what was that? I need to know. I need to know. ABP Reacts, please. AD, somebody, y'all got to tell us. What was the price? Watch him be like, oh, he was trying to get a hit out on you, but you're our cousin. So we were like, no, we're not doing that. Just kidding. That would never happen. Like he would never try it. He knows better than that. Anyway, so I want to know what that's about. I want to know what in the hell that is about. Now Adam 1622 Grand Mason has responded, okay, as recently as I believe it was yesterday. So I guess we can just do this. Like Point and Shoot did a video on that too, so we can watch a little. We can skim through this one.
all right. So for this video, I wanted to just update you guys on the 16 of Nashua's swatting allegations because he has officially responded. Now, for those out of the loop, the 16's ex-best friend, We Starvin on Instagram, has actually turned on the 16 and is now his enemy. Now, We Starvin is an individual that would go on campaigns of harassment against the 16's enemies for the 16 by request. And the 16 loved We Starvin. He cherished their friendship. They were best friends. He would constantly give shout outs to We Starvin. He would give credit to We Starvin on No Jumper, on his flagship podcast, the No Jumper Show. He'd constantly be like, shout out We Starvin, by the way. I love that guy. Look at these.
I paid attention enough. Shout out to We Starvin because I pretty much wouldn't know about this if it wasn't for his story.
We Starvin just forwarded a message.
What's that say?
It's a clip from yesterday.
I got for some reason I don't know why. Overly invested and We Starvin just really show up at the top of my Instagram stories.
There's gotta be some content.
Hey, We Starvin gonna do the science.
And We Starvin was not just an account that the 16 followed and borrowed information from. They were in direct communication. We Starvin says that the 16 would ask things of him. He would put him on tasks. He would direct him to do stuff, to create narratives, to spin things in the Reddit in the 16's favor. And
To create narratives and spin things in a certain direction in the Reddit. Again, I have been absolutely on the receiving end of these types of campaigns, and I just want to know if anybody has any tea or dirt concerning That Surprise Witness BJ Investigates. Please just let me know that anybody was trying to sabotage me like this, and you know about it, and you mad at them now. Just let me know. Just let me know.
enemies. This was a tool that the 16 used, and they were good friends. He would ask for this, he would ask for that. And so this is all alleged by We Starvin, but We Starvin's leaking everything. He's pissed because the 16 got We Starvin's Instagram deleted. So isn't that nice that the 16, once the tables are turned on, so he's okay with it when it's other people, when We Starvin's doing this to other people.
Yeah,
but now that the 16 is being targeted, now he's got to shut him down. He's got to take his page away from him. He's got to do all this stuff in order to silence his new enemy who used to be his best friend. And so because the 16 did this to We Starvin's page and had it taken down, We Starvin has sworn revenge. And so now he's on this campaign of leaking their old messages where he says the 16 asked him to SWAT AD's house.
How you feel about niggas swatting your house or trying to swat your house?
And I said that, like I said, at the end of the day.
And so I went ahead and made a video about this, highlighting this allegation, and the 16 has officially responded, which I'd like to play you right now.
Official response. Wait,
on Instagram right now, then I'm gonna have to talk about it on the show tonight. And I really
let me slow it down so y'all can get the full force of the Just for Men die.
And I said that, like I said, at the end of the day.
And so I went ahead and made a video about this, highlighting this allegation, and the 16 has officially responded, which I'd like to play you right now.
I realize that if I don't talk about it on Instagram right now, then I'm gonna have to talk about it on the show tonight. And I really just don't feel like giving this bullshit any of my attention. So I'm gonna talk about it right now. And then I'm gonna delete this as soon as it gets on the Reddit. There's a random Instagram account that had been DMing me basically like clips of people that I don't get along with, specific podcasts in particular, for a couple years there. Like this was just a dude who was straight up like obsessed with those guys.
So Adam 1622 Grand Mason is denying. He is denying that was his best friend. He said that was just some random accounts. Okay.
Me like clips from all of their podcasts. He would send me clips. I would respond a little bit here and there, but it's not like I've seen people saying this was my best friend. I have no idea where this is coming
So
from.
this New Hampshire-based cuck is trying to distance himself from his former henchman. He's like, I have no idea why anyone would think I'm his. People are saying he's my best friend. He was your best friend, cuck. What? Do you understand? It's because I said so. And so he's trying to lie. He's trying to say that he's
Right.
like, what we started
I
was
don't
just
know where people got the idea that that's my best friend. I don't know where they got that idea.
Point and shoot's like, it was from me. It was from him. It was from Point and Shoot. He called him his best friend in the title, ex-best friend. And Adam's like,
I don't know where people got the crazy idea.
it was like, if they got it from Point and Shoot, try to keep up.
I followed. He's obsessed with those guys that I don't get along with. And so he's obsessed with it. He's obsessed with them. Is that why your Reddit is constantly telling you to stop being obsessed with T-Rel from Fake Nudity World? I mean, this is what's going on in the Reddit every day.
There are a lot of Instagram accounts that send me stuff to either post on the news page or to
But are they-
talk about.
but are
on the
they your best friend?
podcast.
Wait,
I
hold
have
on,
this
stop.
kind of relationship with.
I'm going to have to start doing like conversation and statement analysis because all these people do the same things over and over. And once you know the patterns, then you can know them. Okay. He's saying there's a lot of accounts all over the place. And, you know, on Instagram too, that would hit me up and share stuff with me. And then I would share that stuff. That doesn't make him my best friend. Okay. Why are we talking about best friends and people sending you stuff? I think we started this conversation talking about swatting. We started this conversation talking about swatting. Okay, so how you know this guy from Adam is really irrelevant at this point to me. Is there a DM from you to that account saying go swat AD? That's really the question. Whether or not people send him stuff or not is completely irrelevant, beside the point, immaterial, deflection, distraction, nothing to do with nothing, and doesn't actually satisfy the real question, which is, did you try to get AD swatted? Did you try to get AD swatted is the question. How many people send him stuff? Don't have nothing to do with the price of beans in China. What in the hell does that do with anything?
Literally dozens of accounts, right? And so this person, for whatever reason, decided that they didn't like me anymore or whatever. So they're trying to expose everything that they could get out of like 2 years of conversations. What do they have? They have
First of all,
me
we don't know if
asking
that's
a radio.
true. We don't know if that's true. And actually, I would think just human psychology, but especially like a little rat or like, you know, somebody not really trustworthy, they're not going to come out the gate with the most valuable info. They're not going to. I actually would not expect him to come out the gate with the most valuable or scandalous information. You know who I think does have some valuable scandalous information that might be of that type of ilk and that type of sort? Whoever ABP Reactions is. He's like, oh, don't get us started. Don't get us started because we know what you tried to do. And we also know, we know what you tried to do. And we also know how much you tried to pay. So here's Adam, you know, two years of conversations, and he was able to come up with just a few things. I would not taunt. I wouldn't taunt because I have a very strong feeling that, it's much worse stuff than that he didn't share yet. That's my feeling. I have no idea. I don't know these people. I never talked to that guy. Never will. But so I have no intention to. I mean, I don't know. I guess you can never say never. I might cross his path somewhere someday. I don't know. But like, I have no intention to talk to that guy. I don't know him. From Adam, he could be not trustworthy. But I just generally don't think that you would just release all the most valuable stuff you have, the most damning stuff you have, because he's clearly trying to get something out of it. I think it was a warning shot, if anything.
DJ, hey, do you know if these guys got a show on this radio show? So that's number one. And number two was me making a joke about calling the cops on somebody. One time, 2 years ago, and literally like hours and hours of conversation.
One time 2 years ago. Okay, let's apply this to any crime. I only killed that man one time 2 years ago. That's the best you could do. Okay, so see how the logic is? It's like, so freaking what? You tried to have someone swatted. You tried to have someone attempted swatting. But it was just one time, and it was 2 years ago. 2 years ago was just now, first of all. And so what? You did something really horrible 2 years ago, and oh well, they didn't catch you for 2 years, so you don't have to pay the consequence for it. I'm not saying he did do that, but he is sitting here acting like he did, and he's saying it was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. He was just kidding. Ha 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 ha, everybody. Ha ha ha. It was just one joke 2 years ago, and it was only one time. He only tried to joke about getting somebody swatted once.
Have now been created about this by these sad, pathetic fucking content creators. And so I now I have to come on here and just say, like, okay, if that's the best shit that you got from talking.
He ain't talking about, look at this. I'm taking a screenshot. I'm going to need that one. He ain't talking about me because I had not made a video about this. So he ain't talking about me with these pathetic content creators. That ain't me.
To me for 2 years, what does that say? Does that say that you didn't have a lot to go on in the first place?
No.
Because to me, that's pretty much what it says.
To me, especially when taken into consideration together with other comments being made, like, we know what you did, what you tried to have done, and how much you tried to pay. It sounds to me like it was a warning shot, and it does say to me that he has a lot worse stuff. I think he does. I think he just led with the doxing thing because he knew it would piss off AD. And I think he just led with the copyright strike stuff because he knew that it would piss off not only Point and Shoot, but other people that care about Point and Shoot, like me. I think he led with the thing about, what was that third other thing? It was the copyright strikes. It was the swatting, and there was like another thing. It was just on the tip of my tongue. Hold on. Yeah, trying to get Point and Shoot taken down. The reason he led with that stuff is because it involves other people that he knew that would be mad. That doesn't mean that's the worst thing in them text messages. And Adam acting all high and mighty and cocky about it right now, he might not want to do that.
One joke from 2 years ago about calling the cops, which obviously I didn't do. I've never done that to anybody, nor would I.
So to me, that is an admission of guilt. What? He just said it was a joke. One joke about swatting AD's house. That ain't a joke. You wanted to send SWAT teams to AD's house where his wife.
Woo! Is BJ ever happy? Does she ever smile? You mean like I'm doing right now? Look at Adam 22 in here in his somebody had to wait 3 days before they commented this. Look at him. Am I ever happy? Put a 1 in the chat if I'm ever happy. Put a 1 in the chat if I'm ever happy, y'all. Put a 1 in the chat. Let Donnie Blitz know. Let him know. And then obviously ban him from the channel. Goodbye. Look at this. This is such a funny editing style. I have to really take more inspiration from this. This is just too good. It's a gift that keeps on giving. You just do that and then you just zoom in slow. It's very funny.
Sleeps and where his children come to play with their toys. That's fucking crazy. And We Starvin has actually responded to this response by saying that the 16 provided addresses.
No!
So how does this New Hampshire BMX cuckold explain this one? It was a joke address. That's why it was so funny, because it was his old address, and that's why it probably never.
Adam came out and was like,
that was a joke. I was just joking.
And then We Starvin's like, no, you weren't. You gave me his address. Stop. No, we're not going to be doing, no. Gaslit era is over.
Happened? Wow, this is really disgusting, allegedly.
And then what was the other one? Oh, asking someone if it's true that some other people got a radio show. 2 years.
Right.
Of
the
you
radio show
posting
thing.
Stuff about.
The other thing that got released, the other thing that got put out was the radio, the whole radio, like basically like, you know, the Adam and bootleg Kev. I mean, y'all, people tell you who they are. Bootleg Kev, please, come on. What did you expect? The whole radio show gossip and all of that, again, I believe because he knew that was going to make other people mad. All those people, like Adam is like going by like a totally not loyal, which who thought he would be, going behind people's back, talking, gossiping about people that already has beef with. And I mean, look, listen. Okay, I was just now checking the Point and Shoot lawsuit, and it's still not up yet. But now I want to move on to the next topic. We need to talk about Almighty Suspect and the goings on. There's like, okay, we're switching gears because the video today is about, the chaos at No Jumper or whatever, right? So let me pull this up. I have some commentary here.
All right. But actually,
All right. That's how Lush sounds to me. That's how he sounds. Okay, so see what I mean? Do you see what I mean about the rug? Look, they already got a half a perk down there. What is that? What is this? What is that right there? They're already half a perking up this rug. Is it 2 rugs? Somebody said the rug was too small and they bought another one. It's still too small. Y'all need a big area rug. Y'all need a large area rug. You need like a 10 by 13, 9 by 15. You need a big, big area rug. You need a big one. Okay. This is not going to work. And what is this down here by his foot? What's that? They already got, what do they do? What is that? What is that? Can we get the Dyson? Can we get the Dyson on scene stats? Or alternatively, one of those little tents with the evidence markers. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Hold on. You know what I'm talking about? The little tent? These. I need the Dyson or this. One of these down there by that foot. Okay, what is that? What is that? Should have stuck with the orange rug. I told y'all this gray is not good. This gray is not good. Try again. You need a print, you need a pattern, or something vibrant. They still got the lights purple with nothing to contrast it except this sad little basketball table, this little acrylic table somebody's pawpaw put legs on. Please. How much would it really cost these people to hire a cleaning service to just come pass a vacuum through once every few days? It's so true. They remind me of those weirdos. In my situation, it would have been like in the trailer park, at Mook's trailer park or something. And they're just sitting around doing God knows what, smoking, drinking, beer out the refrigerator or whatever. Like, that's what they remind me of, except they're still doing it in their 40s and 30s. Oh my God. Shout out to Wig TV. You see this rug? What is this? WIG TV. Do you see this? What is that? Would it explain why he talks like that? You feel me? Oh my God. Where's the Jala tarps? Oh, there they are. Oh my God. Bless their hearts. And I rebuke too at the same time. Okay. Let me let's see. Let's talk about Almighty Suspect.
Before we get into the Tuesday show, we have breaking news.
This from
Almighty
yesterday.
Suspect at court today.
Okay.
And,
first of all, I want to
looks
do
like
a fact check. I want to do a fact check because I've actually been following this Almighty Suspect case a little bit because I actually can't even really figure out what he actually, in fact, did. I can't figure out what he did, but it has something to do with tear gas and something to do with stalking. And so those are the charges. And shout out to you. You see that? I mean, I was just talking about that rug, and I'm like, oh, the half a perk rug and the half a perk rug. And then I get to the new rug, and it's like, there's the half a perk right there. There it is right there. What the hell? The room looks like it stinks. I'll say that, Backdoor Media. I will say it looks like it stinks. It needs some Febreze. It needs some carpet fresh. Y'all remember that? We need to go to the dollar store and at least pour down some of that. Maybe that's what that was down there by his feet. To control the smell. I wouldn't know. I'll tell you one thing. I was accused one time of doing, we'll say, the snow right here on this channel because I have allergies and I scratch my nose sometimes with this makeup brush, and people were like, oh, we need to look in the makeup brush. I bet it got drugs in it. I did a hair follicle test, and that thing went back. That John went back 3 months. None of that was not in my system. Okay, so I can tell you, I've never in my life done that. So I wouldn't know if it was sitting right here on my desk. So I can't tell you what it is right here. what I will say is, considering I call it the half a perk rug, it's just interesting observation that I made as I was looking here today. Okay, so let's hear from Almighty Suspect. Oh, wait, no, I wanted to fact check this. So I went to look 3 days ago about this court case because I want to figure out what it was. And I'm going to show y'all what it has said and has been saying for this whole time. Because I don't know how he had court yesterday because it wasn't on the docket. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at here. Okay, I'm doing a search on the court website. So these are the offenses he's being charged with. Okay, and look, there's different offense dates as well. So there's 3 on July 28th, and then there's 4 on August 1st, and this is all from last year. Stalking, 1 or more serious violent felony conviction. So it's like, the strikes, the 3 strike thing. I think it's a sort of variation on that, where it's like, if you've already done something in the past, like a crime or something, then they'll give you a strike, or they'll they can raise your sentence. There's like different things. There's different criminal penalties, but I think this is what that is. Offense while out on bail. What are y'all doing? All these other offenses were out while he was out on bail from something else. And it's like, on the one hand, I feel for him in a weird way. Like, I keep saying it, like, I don't really even care for him. I've definitely disagreed with him in the past. I don't think his behaviors are acceptable, but I don't know, something just feels wrong about it. I don't know, I feel something. I don't know why. I just feel kind of bad that he's going to jail for some reason. I don't always feel this way, but there's just something about me that feels a little bad. But then it's like, so what? We gonna let you out and you finna do stalking and tear gas or what? I mean, what I'll say is it makes it hard to be like, oh, he didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve that. He should free suspect, free almighty suspect, when it's like when last time you got free, you came out and did a crime. Alleged crime. I don't know what he's going to plead, if he's pled guilty, not guilty. Part of the issue is you can't really see what's been filed. But there's this tab right here. Proceedings, right? And you can see when there have been court dates. There was one in June, another in June, 3 in June. So the bench warrant hearing was in June 2nd. And then on the 17th, he had his preliminary hearing. On June 18th, there was another preliminary hearing trialed, whatever that is. Another preliminary hearing setting, preliminary hearing. Okay, so they've just had some hearings, but the last one they had was actually listed was on October 2nd, earlier this month. And then, as you can see here, and this is how it's been for days. This is how it's looked for days. Future proceedings, October 30th, 2025. So ever since I've been looking at the website for this case and trying to follow it, it has only just said that his arraignment is going to be on the day before Halloween, October 30th. So it came as a surprise to me that almighty suspect, he's a guy from No Jumper, and this is I'm doing a video today about No Jumper updates and stuff. There's just a lot of stuff going on over there. But I don't know how he had a hearing that wasn't on the docket. That's kind of my point. I just wanted to point that out because Lush with the half a perk down here by his foot, he's like, you feel me, man? He had court today, breaking news. He had court today. And I'm like, I don't see that on the docket at all. Okay, that's not listed. So I don't know how they had court today. I don't know who this court was with.
And didn't take this. You playing some, you feel me, soulful music.
That last little smoke before you go in. Get your mind right.
Okay, so
someone's saying, I don't know who said it, the last little smoke before you go in to get your mind right. So everybody yesterday was fully expecting almighty suspect to go to jail yesterday, I guess. I did not think that. I never thought that. This came as a complete surprise to me whenever I saw this clip pop up this morning on my algorithm, because I wasn't expecting him to have court until the 30th. So I'm like, wait, they thought that he was going to jail today. I didn't think that. But here it is. Here they are. And come to find out, he did not go to jail yesterday. He's going to tell you about it.
Turning himself into
Also,
This is court.
I also noticed that Brandon the Bucci the Bear and Almighty Suspect are not being put in the same set, like, what would it be called? Like skits, segments. I haven't seen them being put in the same segments since that little fight broke out.
Okay.
Right. So like we're gonna call Sus right now, actually. See if you pick up. If not, we're gonna try his father. LA Cool.
Yeah, shout out Sus, man. I was looking forward to potting with him today, so hopefully everything work out.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie. I guess I kind of had it's just life be life, and I didn't realize it was this soon. I would have done more to try to write some letters and things.
Hello?
Sus, brother, we on No Jumper right now. We seen the stories and stuff. You feel me?
Okay, upon further
Man,
examination, I'm sorry, this is just very vital and important. I think it's a bag or some plastic. I don't think it's actually something white. It's like a clear bag or a clear plastic. It's hard to tell. What is that? What is it? Okay, anyway, back to what we were doing.
what's going on, nephew?
All right, so look, I'm gonna break it down to y'all exactly why I'm facing 6, right? All right. So I got strikes. You feel me? I have multiple strikes. I got some strikes for 211s and I got some strikes for burglary, right? So they're trying to strike me out per se.
211s. Oh, I thought 211 might be a statute number, but it looks like not. Serious violent, like he's got 2 strikes. I think it's 2 strikes. PC 1170.12 prior. See prior. 1 or more serious convictions, and then another prior. 1 or more serious violent felony convictions. Like illegal use of tear gas, 1 or more serious convictions, unlawful possession of tear gas. Another, that's 3 prior, specific allegation offense while on bail. Come on. Anyway, he's like, this is why I'm facing 6 years. And like the way that things are set up, y'all, you can get 6 years for sneezing the wrong way. I mean, 15 year minimums is not hard to come by around here. We getting too old for this.
And but while I'm fighting it is because they're juvenile strikes. You dig me?
That's crazy that they're even able to use that against you.
Oh yeah, nah, they don't give a damn. You feel me? To them is adult strikes. Right. All right, so in California, a gun charge is supposed to be low term, mid term, high term. It's like 18 months, 3 years.
What's her name, Tam? I feel the same way right now as her. It's just like I feel like, it is, we do live in a system that does, unfairly target people. I know we do, y'all. But I also saw this man completely, utterly unable to control his temper when Bucci the Bear called him a bitch. Like completely lost it. And I've seen him do it before when he was doing the clapping and the watch flying. Like, it's very obvious he cannot control himself. He cannot control his violent outbursts or his animated outbursts. And when you're getting in fights, look at the Kelpie the Clown situation. He beat that guy up. We saw that with our own eyes. That was bad. That was bad. That's a crime. And you're not going to catch me out here going, free Almighty Suspect, when I've seen with my own eyes that the man doesn't have self-control. Now, that can change at any moment. And that's part of the reason why I make these videos and talk about this, because y'all, we are the adults now. For some reason, millennials are just not hitting the like, we're the adults now button. It's us. Don't you remember like looking at these old crazy coots when we were kids? Like, whoa, where's the adults in charge? It's us now. Hey, it's us. Hi, we're here. We cannot get in violent physical altercations because somebody called us a bitch anymore, especially when we got precious little baby girls who are going to be without a father for possibly up to 6 years or more. This is like, it's like, come on. It's obvious. The whole thing was bait, and he fell for it. Now, also, he says on this interview that they didn't even bring up in his case. And this is another thing that I think is stupid. Shut up. Like, it's all just liabilities. It's stupid. Shut up. He goes on No Jumper and says they didn't even put anything in his paperwork, anything in his case about anything that's ever happened on No Jumper. You mean to tell me they don't have that video evidence and they're not saying he's violent, look at him beating somebody up? Maybe they do, but he said they're not even mentioning it. They don't even know about it. So why are you going on there the day of your call? I feel like things should go without saying. And this isn't me. You notice I'm not calling him stupid. I'm not calling him dumb or an imbecile. It is a stupid action. I might have said that. That is stupid. And there's some people I would expect this type of behavior out of, but like for some reason, I guess I just thought Almighty Suspect had a little bit of sense. You mean to tell me you somehow, by the grace of God, got through this criminal case that's already bad enough without them even knowing you were on No Jumper, and you went on No Jumper that very day after the day of? Why? What are you doing? What are you doing? I have a hard time. It kind of breaks my brain. Like, some things I can give a pass. I can be like, all right, I could understand why you would do that. Like, I just keep thinking back to that little baby girl, and she's so cute and little and precious. And she's at risk of like her first memories not having a dad around. And that's really heartbreaking and sad. And y'all know, I'm not anti-jail like that. I used to be a total abolitionist. Nope. Some people need to be locked up. If you're hurting children over and over repeatedly, for example, you need to be like, there's certain things that you need to be locked up. But like, I truly don't even know what happened in this case. All I know is what's being alleged, which is this tear gas thing and while on bail and stuff. And it's just like, what are you doing? Even if that isn't the stuff that happened, I've seen what he's been doing on No Jumper. Got in a fight with Brandon the Bucci the Bear recently. And it's like, okay, so what? So once after the 6 years is over, then all of a sudden you're going to stop getting in fights every time somebody calls you a bitch. Like at some point you just have to, we all are the adults now. Like we have to move this and we have to new world, new paradigm, new shift, because y'all, there's children. We have children. I don't have children, but like this is my generation. I'm watching my generation continue acting like we're 14 in the mall. It's stupid. And you know what's really egregious about it is that Adam, 2216 Grand Mason, and Lush sitting on the new Half a Perk rug, the newly initiated Half a Perk rug. They're not getting arrested. They're not facing charges, but they're making a lot of money and a lot of come up off of these heartbreaking stories. Hello. There's getting arrested and getting put in jail unfairly because the justice system is broken. And then there's you're acting insane and you're playing with fire on a channel with 5 million subscribers and your actions caught up to you. Like there's a difference. Nobody should be sitting in jail for something they didn't do. Nobody should be sitting in jail unjustly. There's absolutely racial disparities in the justice system, but y'all, sometimes people are acting crazy and they need to be told. Somebody should be thanking me right now. He should be saying, thank you. You're right. I need to wake up. Let me serve my little few months or whatever I'm going to serve. Let me show y'all what he's saying.
like that, right? My first offer was supposed to be 18, but because I got strikes, it's doubled to 32. You dig me? So my first offer was 32. I didn't take it. When I was fighting that one, I caught this other case, right? So the DA said that 32.
While he was fighting that one, he caught this other case. And it's like, again, y'all, truly, I don't know what these charges are. Maybe he is being charged unfairly or something. I'd have no way to know because I just showed y'all what they show on the public docket. It's just charges. It doesn't show like paperwork. So I don't know what he's being accused of, but it's like, I mean, I feel Tam. I feel like that is how I feel. Cause it's like, part of me wants to be like, you know what? Like, Almighty Suspect has a family. He has a child. He has this precious little baby daughter. She's so cute. And he should be around. You know, I'm thinking like he should be around his family. He should be with his children, his child, his baby, and he should be teaching her first words and her first steps. And it's so sad to think about him missing that. And she didn't do anything to deserve it. So that's one part of me. Then the other part's like, all right, so what? He's gonna get out in a few months to 6 years and then punch the next person that calls him a bitch like that. Like, it's public knowledge that that's his trigger. So at what point does that stop? Or is it just the cycle that keeps you going to get, again, he's not, from my knowledge, in jail from calling somebody, from getting in a fight with somebody, from them calling him a bitch. But like, these are not even things that the state has brought up. He was the only one. Yeah. He was the only one who spoke up for the little girls in the Nova video. That's the truth. Well, house phone, payphone, track phone did too. I don't remember. Go phone. I don't know. He was kind of like, no, I can't get with that. But it wasn't because, inherently I care about little girls. It was because he had been heartbroken. In middle school, there was somebody that had, he had a crush on, and she was dating an older guy or whatever. Dating. I actually hope, just in case it's not clear, that he wakes up. He's about to get into like how he might be able to, plea one thing into this thing and move this thing and do a consolidation. He's going to tell y'all about it. But like at the same time, like if he gets out, I'm hoping he's able to like really think and be like, all right, like I escaped that one relatively unscathed. Let me entirely change my behavior, and including and up to if that means just leaving the No Jumper podcast to have a normal life with your family so you can be there for your child. I mean, I would hope. I think the children are with the mother. I think the baby's with the mom. She was on the podcast, I think. It is a cycle and a pattern that has to be broken. Not every arrest is completely and totally unwarranted. Like sometimes it's like, okay, I gotta wake up and start acting right for the sake of my children and my child. This is a baby. She's a baby. She needs her dad and her mom around.
He ain't budget. You feel me? So
right.
Boom. The only way that I could avoid the 6 is I gotta beat this other case so I could tell him, look, can we go back to the first offer because I beat this other case because the offer went up to 6. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta beat the other one. And if I could beat the other one, maybe I could get it down to like 4 years or like 32 months. And then I would need to get my strikes taken off so I could get like 18 months. If I do 18 months with no strike, that's 50% in the county. That's 50% in the county California prison.
What was he doing?
That called?
What was he doing with the tear gas and the stuff? Does anyone know the story? Does anyone have the paperwork? Because I'm just kind of blind.
The Romero Act or something. What's the name of it?
Yeah. The Romero is to get the strikes taken off.
Correct.
But I'm not really looking hella likely right now. They're not really. Oh, you feel me? I ain't gonna lie. Today I was supposed to take the 6, but my attorney went in there with some fire under her. I ain't gonna lie, and she got me another continuance. But last time they told me that I wasn't gonna get no more continuances because I've been fighting this case since before my baby was born.
Right.
I've been fighting this case for like 2 years. You feel me?
Right.
So the judge, they gave me one more continuance. You feel me? But I'm not gonna have to when I get sentenced or when I plead, I'm not gonna go to jail immediately. They're gonna have me come back at a sentence date, and then I'm gonna turn myself.
So what exactly happened today in court? You feel me?
Yeah.
Today they went in fault. You feel me? I was supposed to take the 6, but I was planning on taking the 6. I'm not gonna lie, but the attorney, she went in there and fought for midterm, and was fighting, and she was like, it don't make no sense to give this man 6 years for a gun case. He ain't never been to nobody's prison, and this will be his first prison term. So that's outlandish. And then the judge was like, yeah, that would be somebody with like a long criminal history. And she was
that's what Adam was saying. Like, it seems like 6 years, like, is you gotta.
So, as you know, there's sentencing guidelines. And so with the sentencing guidelines, there's certain levels of, criminal activity, alleged criminal activity and it sounds like he's doing plea deals. So he's pleading guilty, I guess, to it. But he's not wanting to agree to like a certain he hasn't previously wanted to agree to the term that they want to give to him or something. But he's saying today or yesterday that he had court, the lawyer did a good job and kind of was like, you should not be sentencing him to 6 years because a 6-year prison sentence would be like on the high level offender. And he's not a high level offender because he's never actually been to prison. He's never been to prison. And there's also this other case going on pending that he may be found not guilty for. So just because something's pending, I mean, he's innocent until proven guilty, which is true. Or until admits being guilty. So what he's saying is his lawyer said we shouldn't even be talking about a range of 6 years because that's like somebody that's been to prison before, and my client has not. And so the judge is actually entertaining this. The judge is actually entertaining this argument and this thought process and saying, okay, well, let's see what goes on with the other case. So what Almighty Suspect's kind of trying to say, or I think from what he's saying here is he's trying to make it to where he beats this other case that's been going on for years. He gets found not guilty on that or whatever, pleads it down. And then he'll have this other case still outstanding where then the judge will sentence him. But that other case isn't going to be over for a couple months. So he's trying to kind of sort of work it out where he'll be able to be out of jail for at least a few more months, go in, take, hopefully a year, 2 years, something like that, actual in jail prison time, and then incarcerated time, and then kind of do one of these programs where you're like, rehabilitated. Like, there's all these different programs that like shorten your sentence. I'll let y'all hear it from him. And I don't appreciate the comment on my appearance. Oh no, wait. Oh shoot. Monica, can you I'm sorry, Lizzie. I accidentally banned you. Can you unban Lizzie? Can one of the mods unban Lizzie? That was an accident. Sorry, Lizzie. Sorry. Someone's going to unban you. This other one. I wanted to ban this other freak, this other creep and being creepy. I feel bad. That was an accident. I do that sometimes. Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay. Sorry, Lizzie. You're out of jail. My bad. That was an accident.
Yeah, bro. And that's not even the max. The max is 18. If I take it to trial and lose, I'm getting 18 because everything is double because of my strike. I'm really supposed to be dating.
The max he's facing is 18 years. Oh my God. I mean, is it going to be a wake up call though, or no? Or is he just going to?
I'm really supposed to be 3, bro, but because it's a strike, it's double. Feel me? Really supposed to be 3. But they just using my long ass juvenile record, bro, because I've been going to jail since 13, 12 years old, and they just using that against me. I got hella juvenile strikes, but to this court, nigga, these are dope strikes.
He has been in trouble since juvenile. And look, there's even like a public article. The juvenile justice information. There's a public article. It comes up when you just type in his name from 2015. This is 10 years ago. South LA teens on probation get nurtured in Bloom program. And that's do you recognize anybody in the picture? That's Baron Tompkins. That's him. Baron Tompkins remembers his first encounter with the LAPD when he was just 12 years old. He and his 14-year-old cousin were walking down the street in their South LA neighborhood when 2 policemen driving by asked them to pull up their shirts. He said, we were minding our own business. They didn't ask us where we were going. They didn't ask us where we were going, and they didn't tell us to stop. My cousin said ignore them, so we kept walking. He said the police then sped up, swerved in front of them, and threw them on the hood. Which also, like, this type of situation is the type of situation where I was talking about, where it's like, what This is completely excessive. This is probably not even constitutional. And if true, this is police brutality against children. So I definitely do have an awareness that certain unjust things happen. But I also have an awareness from my own two eyes of seeing how this man behaves, and it doesn't really help his credibility. He said, "We were children." Oh, wait, sorry. The police told them they had received a call that 2 black men had just robbed a lady in a nearby park. And this was a 14 and a 12-year-old. This isn't men. This is children. So again, this is another situation where children are being treated as adults. These aren't men. He said that we were children, not men. It was around 100 degrees outside and the hood of the police car was burning us. He said the police continued their investigation for another 4 hours while he and his cousin waited on the sidewalk. They were finally released, having convinced the police they were innocent. In 2011, Tompkins enrolled as a freshman at South LA's Dorsey High School, which is heavy on campus police presence due to monitor gang related activity. My high school had police at the high school too, Sarge. Given his negative encounters, the police presence at the school did not help him feel protected. He said there's a huge gang infestation there. I wasn't supported in the area and it's not a safe environment. One day when Tompkins was at a football game against a rival school, Manual Arts Senior High School, a gang member who was a Manual Arts student approached him. He asked me if I gangbanged and I said no, so they tried to jump me. I told my friends what happened and they told me I needed to join a gang so that these things wouldn't happen. Y'all got to move out of LA. Because if you're going to have kids, the same cycle is obviously continuing to repeat. So I think the only way at this point, the LAPD is not about to do nothing. Nobody's getting protected over there. So you need to leave. It's life or death. I'm trying to help the cousins. It's crazy over there. And when I called the police, they told me they don't handle computer crimes. He says from the 10th to 11th grade, he joined a gang, I guess. He said at 15, he was arrested for theft and burglary and put on probation and house arrest. The police and his peers made him feel uncomfortable and he wasn't feeling safe anymore. The gang was supposed to give him some kind of protection. Once he was on probation, he began homeschooling, spending every day at home. He did not have much to do except his schoolwork until the LA County Probation Department suggested he try an alternative program. He joined the Bloom Initiative, which aims, and I don't trust any of these programs. I hope they're helping. I do, but no child of mine. I'm sorry. I don't know how this isn't some CIA. I don't know. I'm too paranoid at this point. I don't know what they're doing. But it looks like it's supposed to be a good thing. Hopefully, I mean, does it look? Let's look forward 10 years. Did it help? Anyway, which aims to create productive futures for 14 to 18-year-olds, South LA-based Black males referred by the department with grants from the nonprofit California Community Foundation. Who's that? It all sounds good, right? It sounds good. And we have all been programmed to think it sounds good, but I don't know any of this stuff from Adam. This could be freaking anything. Invests in, quote, community-based organizations. Well, didn't Big U have some of those? I mean, any of this money could be being used for anything. He was assigned to the Social Justice Learning Institute. In 2014, he works in the Urban Scholars Program, 3 days a week, participating in workshops covering ACT and SAT prep. Cool. Understanding history, emancipation, civil rights. That's all good. As well as team building exercises. He also takes on civic engagement exercises, such as speaking to state legislators. The future was bright. This included on policy issues. He was talking about policy issues. Boys and Men of Color Alliance Summit in Sacramento. At the summit, he talked about the challenges he continues to face with the criminal justice system as a Black male youth. This is when he was still a minor. My peers may not feel like they can do these things, he later said of the event. No adults spoke. It was just us, the minors, telling the legislators that what we wanted, and that what we want is change. One of his mentors, Dr. D'Artagnan Scorza, who founded the Institute in 2008. After watching Tompkins speak in the summit, he praised his growth throughout his time at the Institute. He landed on probation because of the environment he was in and the lack of opportunities that were available to him. As he shared his story, I saw him light up and help influence the way legislators think about his conditions and what they can do to help better support Black male youth like him. Bloom was a $5 million 5-year initiative that was developed in 2012 through a partnership with community members who serve as an advisory committee, serves as a response to the high dropout, recidivism, imprisonment, and death rates. Look, I'm not going to fault people for trying to do something. I think this is really cool, but it's like, it makes me feel even more kind of like just like defeated and kind of sad, because it's like, he clearly, if he put his mind to it, could be doing something productive and good. He's a good speaker. He could be funny, but it's like, this ain't the way. This ain't the way. And there must be other ways. There must be other ways. So truly, I hope he turns it around. I truly do. And I just keep seeing that vision of that precious little angel baby. And people were saying he brought that baby on there for people to feel sorry for him or something. I don't know if he did or didn't, but if he did, it worked, because I feel sorry. I don't want him to be away from the baby, because I don't want the baby not to have her dad. Like, he's facing 18 years. My God.
Expunged, because that actually don't even make sense. The fact that
This is my thing about it. And like, I know Naeem, he kind of like took it personally the other day, and I really did not mean it in that way when I said that LA is demonic. I'm not talking about the people that live over there, although some of them probably are possessed. I'm talking just about the whole thing, right? Like, we just read that article where it was like 10 years ago, before he was even a fully grown adult, before he was even a slightly grown adult, before he was an adult at all. We already knew, and we were being told in the newspaper and the United Justice League blog and all of this stuff, or whatever it is, about how the problem was his environment. The problem was his environment. The problem is the environment. Yes, he probably, got racially profiled, but also like being forced to be around all of that and see all of that. Like, I know that some people have no choice, but some people do. And that's what I mean when I say you have to get out of LA because it's demonic. I'm not talking about, I'm talking to y'all. Y'all are my cousins. I'm not talking about y'all are demonic. I'm talking about like the environment itself does create problems as well. And if you can get out of it so that the cycle doesn't repeat itself, the environment is only getting worse. It isn't changing for the better. How many times have all of us have probably talked to a legislator in our time, trying to tell them how to make something better for schools or kids, or, somebody running for office or something. Has it ever helped? No, it does not. At some point, you have to take it on the chin that it's your responsibility to get out of there. That is why today I live in Princeton and I do not live in Baton Rouge. Okay. I had to take it upon myself to get out of the environment. I don't live on Porter's Bayou anymore. And yes, that is a privilege, but some people have the privilege to do that. And when you have a child or children and a family, it is your duty, morally, karmically, spiritually, to get your children to think about the stuff like, these good parents from when we were growing up used to go through, the oceans that parents crossed, the wars that they fought, the diseases that they picked up. I mean, just think about how hard collectively, like, parents have worked to protect their children. That's because that's what we're supposed to do. We have to. Once you have children, you have to make that step, and you have to use whatever the privilege it is that you have, whatever access you have to, because otherwise it repeats. And this is cross-cultural, cross-racial. This is definitely not just California. This is a worldwide duty to children.
They're 10 years old, bro. The strike is from 2015, gang. It's 2025, bro. And I ain't never been convicted of an adult crime. I've been charged of many, but I've never been convicted. I usually get a DA reject, fight it, and they get dropped. But nigga, that's why they not playing with me.
So your lawyer filed a motion to try to, you feel me, not accept the 6 years and like, what was the result of today?
All right, so today she went in there and tried to fight for midterm because 6 is high term. Midterm is like 4. You feel me? She went to fight for that because she was like, the 6 don't make no
She's
sense.
like, this is a midterm case.
And the judge low-key agreed. You feel me? So he was like, all right, so I'm not going to pressure y'all for the 6 today, even though y'all was supposed to take it today. But because she made this good mitigation and all that kind of good, we're going to give y'all one more continuous because they want what is called a global sentencing. Because I'm fighting 2 separate cases, 2 separate DAs, 2 separate judges. But they want a global disposition so I could run everything together. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah. So
Why
we
spend
almost
extra,
not
like-
even in it.
I'm gonna explain
This
it.
is just this case. We're not even talking about the other one, but I think I could beat that one. So that's why I'm not really talking about the other one, because I'm fighting that right now, and I think I could beat it. You feel me? Because it's really bullshit. I didn't do that. So I think if I could beat the other one, we could get it lowered to like 4-3 years, and that's cool. I'll take like 2. I'm not really tripping. But like, you feel me? 6 with 85% because I got these strikes. That's tough.
2 years
Trumped
away
up,
from your
trumped up
baby.
charges, to say the least. Like, clearly, they're
Yeah,
like,
buddy.
do you feel like, hey, let me ask you a difficult question, bro. Do you feel like due to the fact that you have a celebrity,
I'm not religious. I don't practice a religion specifically, but I do believe in God. I definitely believe in God. And I think, I like some Bible verses, but I don't identify as a political party. In a political party, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, I'm not and none of that. I'm not in any party, and I'm not in any religion, because the issue is with religion and any type of thing that you want to be a member of, the one voice speaks for you. And I don't want to be a part of anything where it's like, oh no, you're not a real whatever Christian, you're not a real Hindu, you're not doing this right, this person said this, that, so no, I'm out. I'll me and God, what we got working out, it's beyond and above religion. It has nothing to do with religion. But just to be very clear, I'm not doing nothing about no Old Testament, none of that. I don't know why you said that. I don't know what you would have thought. I'm not exactly sure what the context of that is, but I want to be very clear. I'm not religious, but I do believe in God, and I am God's favorite. But I don't want to be in anybody's weird cult. I'm sorry, I don't want to be in anybody's weird cult. Pretty much like all religions, I think, start out good. They start out like, yep, they got it. That was exactly right. And then within about 3 generations, it's cooked. So I'm not doing religion right now. Thank you.
in LA and influence and are affiliated with
State
No
case.
Jumper, which has been entangled with a lot of, controversy. Do you feel like that's weighed in on the way you're being treated in this scenario?
I don't think so, because the DA hasn't mentioned that.
Do you think that you being on No Jumper is being weighed in any event in this case? Which, I mean, freaking Plant, Haverberg Plant over here. You're never going to convince me this isn't a spook. You're never going to convince me this is not a federal informant. You're just never going to convince me he's not, and possibly even an agent. I mean, you're just never going to convince me. But why is he bringing this question up? Do you think you feel me that this was something that, they were pulling it up because you're on No Jumper? No. Until right now, nobody was mentioning that. But here we go. Here's a great soundbite for them to add.
DA ain't mentioned nothing. And usually they would have brought that up, like, oh, he be wild on the internet. Now the DA hasn't mentioned. The DA don't know nothing about Almighty Suspect. Thank God. The DA ain't
Thank
mentioned
God.
nothing about none of that. So no, it's really just they think that I've been charged with like 3 gun charges, but they all got dropped. They all got dropped and they all got DA rejects. So they're like, this man keep holding guns and he keep getting.
Even him going on this show, I would have advised him against. You're fighting for your life. You're fighting for the first few years of your baby's life, to have a father in the home. And you're calling up to gossip about what happened in court today that nobody even knew about this court date. No one even freaking knew a court date was happening. It wasn't on the docket. And he's, oh my God. It is literally painful to watch somebody walk into a trap. It pains me. But at the same time, people have to learn their grown man lessons. They just do until they do.
Scot-free, like, we finally got him, so we finna reel him.
Okay. Well, it seems like there is some hope here. You know what I'm saying? It seems like it's not completely as dismal as people, because when we saw that initial story, like all of us were kind of like we didn't know if you went in today. Like,
that wasn't supposed to happen today. I ain't gonna lie. She went in there and fought for me today. That wasn't supposed to happen. I was supposed to sign for the 6th, and then I was supposed to come back for sentencing after the other case finishes.
yeah, that's why we would have had our letters together. Me, Adam, Josh, everybody been talking about. There's a lot of people that'll write letters on your behalf, and like that have done this before and things like. But I had no clue that this was such a timely situation. Like, I knew it was going to be.
It's urgent. My next court case is the 30th, so they still trying to wrap this shit up.
Yeah.
His arraignment or sentencing. Oh no, I think it's the arraignment. The actual arraignment is on. I'll tell you right now. Yeah. 8:30 a.m. over their time. So 11:30 a.m. my time. Department G, if anyone wants to go be the court correspondent, let me know. I'll patch you in from outside the courthouse. But arraignment's usually where you do guilty or not guilty. Antoine Dodson is going to serve like 0 jail time. Watch. And it does make me wonder, I don't know, Sheriff, if you thought about this, but it's kind of like, is this turning into like, I don't know. I don't want to mark anybody out or anything, but is this kind of turning into like a lot of plea deals and a lot of, Brick Baby also did a plea. He did a plea deal and that was a few months ago. And then we got this plea. Is this turning into an informant situation? I do not know. I hope so. Frankly, I hope so, because if crimes have been going on, I mean, if there's been like RICO and conspiracy going on, like what if they're trying to flip them all against, Adam or something? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what in the hell is going on over there? This isn't a federal case. But it's a state case. Yeah, Point and Shoot said it's in California, so he's gonna serve no jail time. They do, but it does sound like California has, easy ways, or not easy ways, has plentiful ways to reduce sentences and not serve the time. It does sound like that. I mean, for better or worse. I'm not even making a value judgment on it. I mean, I don't live over there.
Like there's pretty much no way around that. You feel me? I'm definitely going to somebody's prison. Right now, we're just debating on how long. You feel me? The DA wants to give me 6. You feel me? But we're fighting for midterm like 4, then we can get the strikes took off.
Point and Shoot said he knows of active gang members who got caught with machine pew-pews while out on bail and didn't even get 5 years. So 6 for pepper spray seems kind of stupid. Wow. Yeah, he probably is not going to get a lot of time. Well, if he's not, if he doesn't get a lot of time, I genuinely sincerely hope that he is able to start making some radically different decisions for his life just in general and get himself and his family out of that situation and hopefully just move on to better days and better plays or whatever, whatever ATM Richie said. Just it's time. We're getting too old. It's too old. It's time we're the adults now, moving on. You know what I mean? And like, there's always going to be this temptation of the No Jumper podcast because I do know that it is a way to get, some sort of notoriety and get people's channels going. And it's kind of a blueprint at this point and you can spin yourself off from there. But I mean, at this point, it's like, is it, they're baiting you. They bait you on that show. They call you the thing that they know you're going to get. Like maybe the DA isn't talking about what happened on No Jumper yet or today, but to me, this seems like a cycle that needs to be broken. And if it's not, then we're just gonna be back here in the same spot. So it's like, what do you really feel like dealing with all this? Oh, if I can finagle this case I've been dealing with for 2 years and then this case and keep paying lawyers, like it can't be fun. It can't be worth it. But I mean, what do I know? That's just how I'm set up. And also, I've never been able to get away with anything. I have never in my life been able to get away with anything. So like my formative years, I was just like, I'm going to get caught. I never snuck out of my house. I never, ever snuck out of my house because I knew I was going to get caught and then I was going to get beat. So I'm not doing that. No, I'm staying at my house. I'll see y'all at school tomorrow. So it was like, basically, I just still have that like fear of God put in me where it's like, even if I'm speeding 1 mile over the freaking speed limit, there's going to be a cop jumping out from behind a bush. I don't have good interactions with cops. Like there's like a lot of like, lore that like white people get treated better by cops. Maybe that's true. But I do not get treated good by cops. Y'all heard how the LAPD talked to me the other day. Y'all heard how the LAPD talked to me. I have always been driving cars that are, 10, 15 years old. I've always been profiled by cops. They pulling me over. They want to look at this. They want to look at that. The inspection sticker, this, just giving me a hard time. Like I've never, ever been treated like, and I shouldn't say never, ever, but I've always like repeatedly and constantly had bad interactions with cops everywhere I go. And I'm not even mean to them out the gate. I will start saying name and badge number real quick if they get loud, but it's not good interactions. So it's like, I've never been able to get away with anything. So for me, it's just like, if I do something, I'm going to jail. I don't want to go to jail. I just assume it. I just assume like if I do something, someone's going to show up. Someone's going to jump out from behind a bush. I've never done any of these substances like what, I've mentioned before. I just have to stay above the line, above the thing, because I mean, one thing too, and I've always said this. I mean, the main reason that I never tried, like, for example, cocaine is because I would probably enjoy it. And then what are we going to do? You can't be addicted to something you never started. You can't get addicted to something you never tried. And that's really, truly, I might like it. That's why I never did it. I won't find out. Thank you so much, Sour Girl, for the $4.99 super sticker. Thanks so much, Linda, for the $5 super chat. I knew you would have something for us, just not this soon. Thanks so much, New Life Plan, for the $4.99 super chat. Not saying anyone from Nashua is informing the FBI, but it's funny how those informants know they can play in our faces. I don't know who's an informant. But it's interesting to me. Lush and Adam have not been arrested. They have not been indicted. They have not been in anything. And now, look, listen, I'm not saying that they committed a crime. Don't come over here and sue me. Okay. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. I don't think they're under investigation or anything, but at the very least, it's kind of like, consider who stands to gain the most from people acting absolutely unhinged and insane on the podcast. And maybe one of the reasons I like Almighty Suspect a little bit is because of how he did stand up to the people in that room when they were saying some little girls be fast and grown and thrust themselves into the lifestyle. And he was like, nah, I got a girl. I got a daughter. I can't. I got I got daughters. No, we're not doing that. So you know what? Good for him. And I'm hoping that spark of courage continues to guide him in his life and putting his daughters above other immediate impulses. I hope that continues to guide him. I truly, truly do. I genuinely, truly do. Thank you, Sarah, for the $9.99 super chat. I would love to see you and Rabbit on Melanie Little's channel. I don't know who that is. Who's Melanie Little? Thank you so much for the $4.99. Thanks so much, New Life Plan, for the $4.99. I mean, the $9.99. Thanks so much, New Life Plan, for the $4.99. Not me hanging zebra print wallpaper with pink coral colored alligators. That's funny. Yelling, preach. Maximalism is happening here. Yes, I do have. I mean, I think my house is like minimalist. It's like, I mean, there's some places that need be organized a little bit, but I think it's like some places are maximal, some places are a little bit like minimal. And so altogether it's minimal. Shout out to the zebra shower curtain. Thanks so much, Rhiannon, for the $2 super chat. You are gorgeous. Ignore the jealous freaks. Oh, I do. Well, I mean, I mostly do. I don't know how that comment got pinned. That's the only reason I even responded to it, because it was like, up there and I was like, oh, what's that? No, get rid of this guy. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Thanks so much, Christina Perez, becoming a member. Shout out to you for that. How long did Tory Lanez get for getting convicted of pew pew someone? Is that worse than pepper spray? Yeah, he did get convicted of pew pewing at someone, and he got 10 years. It was 10. Salute Dodson. Y'all know the hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your everybody, da 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 da. Remember that whole meme? The name of the person was Antoine Dodson. And apparently, no, I'm not even going to say apparently. The resemblance is striking. I will say I could see why. Dodson. So when people say Dodson, they're talking about that hide your kids, hide your wife, viral meme, news clip moment thing. So yeah, I mean, look, listen, they saying he's probably not even going to serve that whole 6. He might serve 2. He might serve who knows how many. But what I will say is I strongly and sincerely hope, for the sake of that precious, adorable little angel baby that is just so cute, at the very least, that he gets it together. And I mean, look, listen, he's grown, he can do what he wants and stuff, but get out of LA. I mean, come on, move to the suburbs, move to the country, move somewhere where your kids don't have to worry about like this type of stuff. Move somewhere where you can like, listen, people can do what they want. People can do what they want. All right. But what I will say is the same patterns are going to be met with the same results. If you want different results, you have to change your patterns. It's a law of nature. It's a law. It's just a law. I don't. It's frustrating. Hold on. I'm looking for something over here in the back. It's frustrating to me. I'll say that. Cause it's like all this effort, all this energy is going into, finagling over here and doing this over there. And look, listen, do it. That's what lawyers are for. That's their job. If you can do it, you can do it. But then it's like, for what? Is this not like an inevitable, like going to be here again? He got a charge while he was out on bail. While he was out on bail. Okay, I thought Neem was going to be live. He's not. I was going to redirect y'all over there. Rabbit's not live either. Who's live right now? Anybody? Yeah, apparently he really hates being compared. Cece said, yeah, he'll move somewhere and take that nonsense with him. You have to be ready. You have to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. You have to realize that you have the responsibility of getting yourself out of the muck and the mire. And look, listen, I'm not trying to say like just everybody just get up and leave LA. Like obviously there's different people have different circumstances. Some people are literally and genuinely stuck. Like Nova, she's stuck. Yeah, and it drains all your resources. You have to pay all those court fees, attorney fees, and then when you get out, there's probation. It's a tough road. Then you have to try to find a job. And I think he's one of them ones that could have his own podcast. I don't think it's, it's a lot of work. It's hard at first. You might have to do something else in the meantime, but like the same actions gives the same results. It's just one of the laws. All right, I was going to send y'all over there to my cousin Name, but he is not live right now. Thank you so much, Sassy Lassie, for the $4.99. Just started the stream way behind. I contribute because you work and bring light to information that would be in the dark to normal folk like me. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of people don't know about this stuff. I didn't know. I had no idea about it. It was thrust upon my timeline by the Lima going over there and Adam putting her on. And I was gonna react to that today, but like y'all, it's been a long week. I'm tired. I'm ready to get off of here and go sit on my couch for a while and I don't know, order takeout or something. So truly, I do hope for the best for Almighty Suspect and his family. I hope for the best for all of the guys on the podcast who have a family. I hope that any and every one of them watches these videos and says, you know what, she's right. Wow, this is clownery and buffoonery. Let me watch out for my kids. Nobody listens to me. Nobody listens to me except whenever I tell them to change the rug out. That worked. Anyway, in the meantime, facts ain't defamation, neither are opinions. I'll see y'all soon. Love you, meaning. Oh, and I will definitely be back to read that point and shoot lawsuit, even if it's not live, even if it's a pre-recorded. Love you, meaning. Okay, bye.